We've got former Best Buy CEO Brad Anderson here, who doesn't look at this left or right. He just says, well, when you're talking about a top rate of 65%, I guess we're off to the wrong start here. Now, we should stress that's just for the 500 million and over folks.
Yes.
So just you.
No, sadly not.
Gotcha. All right. Yeah, that's right. You're at 499.
Yeah.
But I know what she's trying to do here politically. It does, energize some of the Bernie Sanders doubters who might love something like this. These are some of his ideas. But what I found buried in all of this is the estate size that would be subject to these higher taxes, not the 65%, but the 45%. And that's as little as $3.5 million. And that's not indexed to inflation, which reminds me that over years, a lot more people than now could be sucked into that.
Yeah, I think this is a devastatingly stupid idea. I mean, and fundamentally...
Like that, devastatingly stupid.
It goes at the reason people try to create wealth in the first place. I worked for a guy who was a high school graduate, created a company. It didn't make money for 20 years. And after 20 years, it finally starts to build. He has a dream that he's trying to build that he includes passing some of it along to his family. And if you take that away, why does he pay the price?
And
we don't have enough of that going on in the country already.
Yeah.
We get basically income from companies that are almost nearly all-time high because the companies making the money are the entrenched enterprises. We want the new guy, who's most of the people who would really make the kind of money to be eligible for this tax. We want the new people to create wealth to be out there doing adventuresome, ambitious things.
And they have good accountants, so they'll find ways around this anyway. But having said that, there's an arrogance. I was talking to some liberal friends, I have many, who were telling me, I think many people would be happy and feel an obligation to have the government, take a little bit more of this. After all, we're only talking about $2 out of $3. Their heirs, they actually said this, that the heirs are still getting $1 out of $3 of those dollars. Well, as if it was like, oh, okay, I feel better now. So the $2 out of $3 is going to some politician in Washington to spend. You're perfectly fine with that. And with a straight face, as one guy told me, yeah, because, that's just gravy the kids didn't see coming.
Well, I virtually guarantee you those are people who didn't create the wealth. That's oftentimes the second, third generation, because they don't understand what's involved in actually creating the wealth in the first place.
But
and they don't see.
Warren Buffett loves it.
Well, Warren made money in an unusual way. I mean, in terms of, because Warren made money easily, and he made money in large chunks of money by basically reading a marketplace that was irrational. It's a wonderful way to do it, but it doesn't create anything.
God bless him, he did it.
Absolutely.
Now, here's what I turn around on Warren Buffett, who I have great respect for.
Yeah.
When he goes, he's committed all his money to Bill and Melinda Gates. Now, if he was such a lover of government, he would just give it to Washington. But instead, the shrewd investor he said, I think the best bang for my buck before I leave this fine planet is to give it to Bill and Melinda Gates, because they'll get a lot more bang for that buck than I will leaving it to the estate.
Because they were the only people he trusted, right? He knew that they would, and I think accurately, he knew they cared about how every dollar went and that it actually gave a benefit. Anybody that thinks
government, but when push comes to shove it, it's his money. No, thank you. I'd rather do this.
He gets something for that, though. He gets the affection of the people that don't live in Omaha, and I mean, he is beloved by the government class.
And he should be loved, but I'm just saying that is not one of the reasons you should love him. Real quickly, what I do fault Donald Trump on this same issue is neither candidate really adequately addresses spending, and that is out of control, and that is something neither seems to be willing to address. Maybe it's just like the third rail of politics.
Well, even Reagan didn't try to do anything really with spending.
No, you're
right. So hard to do.
The government gets bigger and bigger and bigger.
Yeah.
And you don't see that changing.
I wish, no.
Yeah. All right. Well, good luck with this 65% tax spread.